Hi boys and girls, how are you? I hope you're all doing really well. It's Wendy here and it's story time again. Are we ready for story time? Are you sitting down? Are you? We're already here, right? Come on, Penguin. We're going to read our story. Today it's called Gideon the Brave. Okay, let's go. We've done it again, God. We're in trouble. Please help us. The Israelites had disobeyed God again and they were in a pickle. The Midianites, their enemies, were eating all their food and they were being really, really mean to them. Now there was a man called Gideon. One day he was hiding from the Midianites while he worked when suddenly an angel of the Lord appeared before him. "You are a mighty warrior," the angel said. Gideon looked all around him. He was a bit confused. He scratched his head. "Me?" he said to the angel. "That can't be right. I don't feel like a brave warrior." "Yes, Gideon," the angel said. "You will save God's people." "Wowzers," thought Gideon. "That doesn't sound like me. Has he seen my skinny legs and my thin arms?" "I have a question," Gideon said to the angel. "Why have all these bad things happened to us? It feels like God has forgotten us." The Lord said to Gideon, "I see you. You go with the strength that you have. I'm sending you and I will be with you. When you fight the Midianites, it will be as if you're fighting against just one man." Gideon wondered if he even had the strength to do that. He was feeling scared. Then the Spirit of the Lord surrounded Gideon and gave him power. Now, give me a wave if you've ever asked God for a sign. Have you ever said to him, "Lord, will you just show me what to do? Are you here with me?" Have you said that? I know that I have. And that's just what Gideon did. "I need a sign from you," he said to God. "I'm going to put some wool out on the ground tonight, and tomorrow, if the wool is wet and the ground is dry, I'll believe you." So the very next morning he got up early, he went outside, and that's exactly what had happened. The wool was wet, but the ground was dry. Now Gideon wanted another sign. "Okay, God," he said, "this time, if the wool is dry, but the ground is wet, then I'll know that you're with me." The next morning, Gideon went back outside. He went down to see where the wool was, and guess what? That's exactly what had happened. The wool was dry, but the ground was wet. God had given Gideon the signs that he'd asked for. Now Gideon was sure. "God," he said, "I will do whatever you say, and I know that you will be with me." Now, over 30,000 men joined Gideon's army. That is a lot of men. I don't know about you, but I don't think I've ever seen that amount of people together. So very early the next morning, they all got up and they marched out and they came close to the Midianite camp. But guess what happened? God said to Gideon, "You have too many warriors. I want them to know that they win this battle because of me, not because of how many of them there are or how strong they are." And so do you know how many men were left in Gideon's army? Just 300. That's a lot less than 30,000. And it sounded like a bit of an odd plan, because 300 men fighting against this huge Midianite army that were really scary just didn't seem like maybe the wisest thing to do. But Gideon trusted God. Even though it felt risky, together with God, he knew that they could do it. And so during the night, Gideon and all of his men surrounded the enemy camp. And do you know what they did? They blew trumpets really loud, toot, 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 as loud as they could. And they smashed clay jars. And they made so much noise that the enemy was frightened. The noise was huge and they got up and they ran away because they were so scared. They didn't want to stay. They thought, "This is a huge army coming against us and we'll never win." And off they went. God's people had won. Isn't that incredible? And you know, boys and girls, it's the same for us today. God is with us. He is the same God. So sometimes, and maybe at the minute, you'll see maybe grown-ups having to wear masks, and maybe your older brothers and sisters are a wee bit scared to go to school, or maybe you're a little bit nervous going to nursery. But do you know, God is always with us. He never leaves us, and He will keep us safe because He's our God and He loves us. He loves you so much, and He sees you, and He has told you that He'll always be with you, so you never need to feel scared. And that even means that you can love others just as well as you would have done before. God will be with you whenever you do that. And so I want you to remember that He's always with you. Isn't that really good? That's our story done for today. Boys and girls, hopefully I'll see you again soon. I might even see you at the B4T service. Well, that'd be great. I'm looking forward to it. But I hope you're all good. Have a great rest of week. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.